Here.
Rick?
Here.
Terry?
Here.
Dan?
Here.
I am here. Okay, next is approval of our minutes from our October 6th and October 28th minutes and claims.
I'll make the motion to approve the October 6th and 28th minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, I've had a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Moving on to Karen's report.
Okay, all I have is a side note for the check register, the gross payroll and taxes, that's for the last 4 months, that
Okay.
total. So, and that's already been paid. So, if you notice underneath, I have minus 60, 328, 39. That comes off of that 90,000, which just the checks that were written for October was 29,751.09.
Okay. All right.
And that's all I have.
Okay. All right, next, building commissioner, do you have any report?
I just have one thing. I'm going to stand up and read this. 11/3/2025 to the town of Mount Ayr. It has been said many times over and over, nothing is as constant as change. That being said, after conferring with a close personal friend / attorney, I will echo his sage words of advice. Dan, resign as building commissioner, just write a letter and give it to her, the clerk treasurer. That is my advice. It would be both foolish and foolhardy not to do so. So as of today, 11/3/2025, I'm resigning as Mount Ayr Building Commissioner. Thank you for the opportunity to serve the town of Mount Ayr.
All right. Thank you, Dan. Next report, the projects committee.
We had our usual Halloween spooky house Halloween night from 5 to 7. We had hot dogs, hot chocolate chips, candy for the kids. We served about 36 people. And then in December 6th, the first Saturday in December, is our donuts with Santa. That's from 9 to 1. And we normally have between 30 to 50 kids for that. So that's what we got coming.
All right. Moving on to new business. First thing up is repair behind the community building. So what are we looking at for that? What do you think you want to do? We have an estimate from Durflinger Construction to put up concrete pipe bollards for $1,275.
And that would be 3 of them.
3 of them,
To go around that corner.
and it says it includes a 42-inch deep concrete footing. So, what do you think?
I have a quick question. Do you know if he's gonna put those in when he's finishing up this, he's not done over here yet, is he?
No.
So before that gets paved, we can get these put in?
I'll ask.
Do we want to vote on it, or is it pending when you think you could get them put in? Before you
I don't
want to
know
make a
that-
decision?
I don't know that it matters as long as he gets it in relatively soon, because I haven't found anybody else that wants to do it either, so.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'll just make a motion that we accept that estimate for $1,275 to put 3 bollards in, requesting that be his top priority.
I'll second that motion. I have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, that order of business is done. Next, we have on there is community building parking lot.
Well, we have a bid from Town and Country to make a decision whether we want to do this front parking lot at the same time we do the back, or the east side. We certainly have to come around the corner because it's, that whole parking lot's gone up a foot. So it has to be tied in to this lot. So we can go as far as, there's a big crack about right here in this front parking lot. We can just come around in the corner and get an estimate just to go to that crack, or go ahead and finish the whole parking lot, and the entire parking lot is $15,455. If we want to do that little drive in the back, that's an additional $1,610.
You mean on the west side?
Yes, because there's the parking lot asphalt, then there's concrete, and then there's another
Asphalt,
asphalt.
yeah, okay. So if we wanted to
So
have
the
that.
total amount is $17,055. But I didn't get a quote if we just come around over here to the crack. There is some trip hazards over there, some lumps over there at the end of the parking lot, but whether it's worth doing the whole lot because of that, I don't know. I'm told that a lifespan of a parking lot's about 15 years. This one's what, about 20 years old? I don't know how old this building is. So,
What do you think?
Well, I think we need to fix the tripping hazards, which means we probably just need to do all along the front. I don't know that we need to do that little bitty portion. We try not to have too much traffic there anyway. That's my opinion.
Is that little portion, I mean, it's not in bad shape.
about half of it has what they call the alligators or whatever they are. Small crack. The other side's fine, but the other side, but we could think about doing that another time to see how it goes. I don't know that we need to.
Okay. Well, so does somebody want to make a motion for this? That we, I think we could leave off that back part too, would be okay.
All right, so I'll make a motion that we accept the proposal from Town and Country to do the north side of the building parking lot, and that will include prepare and pave main parking lot and stripe parking lot, and they'll go right over the top of this one. They won't take this one off for $15,455.
Do I have a second for that?
I'll second.
All right, I have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right. All right, next up is Newton County Hazard Mitigation Plan. So I know we got, Karen got this email. Did this come to you, Karen?
I think we got this, we did this a couple of years ago, I think. It's the emergency action plan that Newton County EMA does. I don't know how often they do it, but it's got to do with this building used as an emergency location of the building. So it's gonna take 2 3-hour meetings, 2 days, to do this, but it doesn't have to be a town board member. If there's anybody here that wants to do that, volunteer to go. If not, we need a board member to go. It's gonna be probably the end of November. if they haven't had a
Said
date yet.
mid-November, this will be our first meeting. It said mid-November, they tried to do the first meeting.
So I guess I'll volunteer to go to the county medication.
Well, thank you, Howard, we appreciate that. All right, we don't have to motion on that,
No.
that's just, yeah, okay.
Just provide somebody.
Okay. All right, next up, purchase of the Durflinger property, any update on that?
Yes, we got two surveys done. One was 27,000 and the other one was 11,000. So I don't know how good my math is, but I think the average would be about 19,000. So I don't know if they would consider that low offer or not, but I think we should table it for now.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
We have to go into executive session to negotiate a price or
You can't make any
decision.
decisions in the executive session, but you can convene an executive session to discuss what you want to do.
Because it's not appropriate to do it here.
Right. There are some aspects of that conversation that you might not want to have in a public setting. But in the end, the decision that you reach has to be made
Being
public.
here, yeah. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, next up is snow plowing. Update?
I have some updates. I got a hold of Mike Anderson. He said he'd be interested in doing it again, just like he did last year. He was concerned about how much salt we wanted and how much salt we didn't want. That was an issue from 1 year to the next or something, he said, or I don't remember, but he said on average it's $150 per trip, roughly, unless he salts, and then it's so much per bag of salt, so we probably need to decide how much we want him to salt, or if we're still using him. I do have a backup person that said they would do it for the same money. It's Party Town Rentals,
Okay.
so I don't know if you want to think about it, or if you just want to have Mike do it, makes no difference.
What do you think, Howard?
I don't think he did too bad a job last year. We do have to decide at what point we really, if it's 1 inch or,
Give him some direction.
she's gotta be given some guidance, but I think we should try and if it doesn't work out, we'll go to the next
To the
one.
backup.
Okay.
Okay, so
Do we know?
think about what you need salted for sure every time, and what you need salted only if it gets ice buildup.
Yeah.
That's the two questions, and then if you want them to come out for 1 inch, 2 inch, whatever, so that I don't have to wait until 3 inches.
Right.
That'd be great.
Right, yeah, definitely, I mean, we want to give him direction, and, what do you guys think? When do we need 2 inches or more?
That's what I would say.
Yeah, because an inch, I don't know, that's,
It could be going by the end.
Yeah. yeah. important in the mornings to have things done early so people can get to work and get where they need to be and stuff. And as far as salting, I think he wants a decision from us because I think that like the first year, or the first couple of times he was with us, he was like salting all the time and there was no reason to salt. But, yeah, so, I mean.
Well, we can go ahead and vote on having him. We
And
can-
then, yeah,
Have
just
the
give us
limit of
some direction.
continuing services.
If you're just continuing with the same person who's been using the office.
Okay,
Okay,
all right. Well,
All right.
then,
All right.
I'll let him know that we'll continue with him, and I'll tell him 2 inches. I mean, obviously, we need the community center salted,
yes, I would say
the
yes,
post office salted.
yeah.
But other than that, if there starts getting ice build up, he can use his judgment.
Yeah, yeah, there's ice built up, yeah.
I can call him or text him or whatever and say, hey, did this one.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sounds good. All right, we'll leave that in your hands then.
All right.
Okay, great. Does he do sidewalks?
I think Nick does it, and
Make sure you have somebody who's gonna do it.
Okay.
doesn't Nick do the sidewalks?
Usually Nick does.
Usually Nick does it.
Karen says Nick does.
Okay.
Just a
Do you
reminder.
need to get ahold of Nick?
That'd be good.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. All right, we've already got the snow cover. All right, next item on the agenda is town drainage issue.
That's me too.
Yeah,
I think it's repaired. They repaired the one down by the Felmy house first, and Josh did tell me that there are some tree roots starting to grow in there. Nothing that's stopping water yet, but just keep an eye on it. That he didn't say that about the other one, of course, it's been blocked for years.
yeah,
So now it's open, and he says it just runs straight east and west, as far as he can see. He said if it's an issue, we probably need to put a real manhole in, so that we could put a guy down in the hole to jet the water out eventually. So, I don't know if it can be jetted the way it is. So I don't know that we necessarily need a manhole unless we have bad problems. So, other than that, it's done. He has not got me a bill yet, so I think he said Wednesday, so maybe we'll be back in August.
okay. All right, well, that's positive work there. All right, next, donation to Morocco Fire Department. Turn that over to Howard.
Well, the Morocco Fire Department is trying to buy a new truck next year, or a truck. Yeah, 2025 Spencer Custom Cab Pumper. And the price is $765,000. Beaver Township is committed $250,000, and Morocco Fire commitments $50,000. The remaining to be raised is $465,000. I talked to the Jackson Township trustee. She thinks that they're probably, even though they haven't committed yet, they're thinking between 15 and 20,000. And I hear Colfax is thinking about the same amount. So we need to discuss if we want to contribute to. He said the fire chief said he wasn't gonna be able to raise all the money, but he's looking for enough funds to make payments on it.
come to the board a few years ago and ask for money for the same, well, to purchase a truck?
Yes, and the trustee, Beaver trustee turned them down, so they never got to get it or apply for it. She's supporting it this year, so.
Well, I think we should support them somehow.
I do too.
I do too. They're our fire department. The one that'll give us some good service there. Well, what do you guys think? Got a recommendation on?
I asked him if we committed to a certain amount of money, that, ask if it can be, the funds could be deterred to next year so that it could be paid during the winter months when, we probably would be spending less money if we want to do that.
That's a thought. What do you say?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, somebody give me a figure. What do you guys think?
This is Howard's. You talk to him.
I think we ought to at least consider 10,000.
I'm not opposed to that.
I think so too. All right. Do I have a motion?
Do we want to defer it or just pay it? Do you have a preference?
Differ.
Defer it. So
Always
then,
differ.
Okay, well, do I have a motion?
so then I make the motion that we donate $10,000 to come out of the landfill funds in the March
Okay.
landfill check.
All right, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, next up on here is, donation to Morocco Food Pantry.
The projects committee donated to it, so we don't have to do that.
Okay, awesome.
But we do have,
Projects Committee.
we do have a request from the Jasper Newton Foundation for a donation for their fundraiser. They gave us $5,000 on the mural project, and I believe we're pretty close to getting a $2,500 commitment for the bell tower and on the beacon. So I think that we ought to at least make a small donation to them to show them that we're committed to what they do. I think $300 is what our norm is for,
Yeah, that's what we had decided.
that's what I would recommend.
You have any feeling about that?
No, I'm good with this.
All right, do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right, next up, Building Commissioner. Well, Dan's resignation was quite timely because we discussed and thought about this, and we honestly don't write many, there's very few permits given out during the year. So we thought, since there's so little permits, and, I mean, permits, giving out the permit is just, the application is a piece of paper that can be dropped off here in the, for the clerk. And Terry can handle issuing the paperwork. We think, and we're just thinking we'll utilize services that we already have. The board had already decided that any permits had to come to the board to be approved. So I think we're just going to just eliminate that position because we just don't have much need for it. There is a reporting that has to go in. Is that monthly?
I think whenever you get one, you take it over there.
Okay, whenever you get one, you
Yeah,
take it to the
But they
county?
would probably accept it monthly.
Okay, and so, I think Terry, we may turn that over to Terry as the town manager to take those down to the county, because they have to be turned in.
Or I go to meetings all the
Or,
time. I could
or there
check
you
it.
go, yeah, you're there
Either one.
all the time.
Yeah,
So we think we're just going to utilize, you know, what we already have. Rick has some knowledge, has a lot of knowledge in approving and looking at plans to see if they look like they're good plans. And, so do I have a motion to eliminate that position for now?
I'll make a motion to eliminate the building commissioner position.
Do I have a
I'll
second?
second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
There
Motion
is a
carries.
report that Dan, is that in January when that gets filled out every year? Some kind of, you always bring it to me.
Yeah,
to
Whenever
do it.
whenever I get it,
Okay,
I would bring it to you,
okay.
you take care of it.
All right. Is that something, huh?
What's that?
Well, this report thing, I mean, is that something that's mailed to you? Or
You could show Terry what
Yeah.
what it
So
is.
Dan, do you,
Karen does it.
He brings it to me because you do it online, so.
Oh, okay, so, well, can you show Terry how to transition this over
Whenever
to
he
Terry?
gets it, he can bring it.
Yeah, you just sign it and Karen can take care of it, you can take care of it.
Okay, all right. Got that cleared. Okay, next, the last thing on our new business is the power ranking that we had, H.C. Wilson come out. Chris came out and rode around town for, places to do some more power ranking on easement property, any property that is town easement. We had some residents that had expressed, interest in that they would like to have their easement done. So we have an estimate from Chris. And the estimate is $1,500, and that would be for, so all the line items here are on Rensselaer Street, the north side of Rensselaer from the corner of Second to the east edge of the Marshall House driveway. Second Street from, the Terry Penny's house, the west side of the street at the corner, down to, Second Street in Chicago there. We're going to put back in the alley between, the Beetle residence and the Apostolic Church. The church asked to have that, it's all grass now, and they would like to have that, you know, cleaned up and put, stone back down the alley. So Chris will eat up the grass, take the grass out, and, actually, he can even, haul stone that we have and put the stone in the alley. It's just the alleyway from the street to the east edge of the church building, that length would be for the alleyway. On Third Street, the west side of the street from the corner of Second and Marion, it's the David Oaks residence in front of David's. 4th Street, it's on the east side of the street, midway in the block, it's Jody and Richard Dumas. They wanted, and it will only be part of their driveway because it's just the easement. If they want the rest of their driveway done on up towards their house, they would have to pay for that. And they can arrange that, they can talk to Chris themselves when he's here. Chicago Street, the north side of the street corner of Chicago and First Street, that's the Stephen, in front of Stephen Long's there. Chicago Street, on the south side of the street, is the corner of Chicago and Jackson, the Becky and Jim Felmy residents. They expressed interest and on the corner there, both, you know, up the corner. And they are also interested in the rest of their driveway being done that's not on easement, no work with Chris on that. And then Chicago Street, on Chicago Street, the north side of the street, the driveway of the mural building property, just redoing that a little bit, whatever. Chris said there was a lot of big chunks of stuff in there, and so we told him whatever he felt comfortable with doing, to do. So that is it, all of that, and the estimate is $1,500. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve up to $2,000 in case there's anybody else that comes along while we're doing it, that they might be included.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, and we're down to Miss Rebecca.
No, you're down to that.
Oh, we're down to that. Well, that's, I'm gonna leave that to Rick to bring up.
Dan Thomas had taken some pipe and railing into Morris Machine to have it refabricated, and had thought about using it on the corner of this building to protect that downspout. Is there, can you give a little explanation on welding up of 6 wing bolts for the Christmas decorations? What's that?
Oh, they're little thumb screws that were missing with what Howard purchased. Both them together, the new ones.
That bolt together the Christmas decorations?
Yeah, there were some missing when we hung them up on the wall, and I think there were 8 of them or something like that. They're just, I got the bolts and nuts at Smith Farm, and he welded wing nuts on them. So they're wing screws.
Okay.
And the pipe I had was probably $200 worth of pipe. I just donated that, and for 2 guardrails, similar to what Rich said on either side. And they're primed and painted yellow on them, if you decide to use them.
And they're in the building what the tractor right now.
All right, so I'll make a motion that we approve the fabrication for $468.38.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right, now we're down to you, Rebecca. Or, thank you, shouldn't put it that way.
No problem. I don't actually think that I have anything for you guys for tonight.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right. All right, that will get us to public comment. And we have Brad Watson.
I'm trying to wrap my head around why this dirt flinger house, it's not worth anything. Any lot in this town is probably only worth $5 grand. And you're gonna rack up who knows how much money getting it just to an empty lot. I'm gonna take a shot at 35,000, which doesn't make a lick of sense to me. And the other thing is, there's no complete plan, which is what everything turns to a mess around here, because nothing is ever finished. That's why you have a building that you poured hundreds of thousands of dollars in, and now they're talking about there might be structural issues with it. That should have been done early. It's just a constant, just throwing money around and nothing being thought out completely. I mean, what sense does it make to pay $20,000 for a lot, and then let's just say 20 to bury the house, And we can't say the person that owns it can't do it because they just did one. So, why is it our responsibility to clean up other people's properties?
Exactly.
Thank you for your comments, we'll look into that.
Yeah, you'll write them a check.
All right, well, I guess that is it, that's everything. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Before you adjourn, I'm not on
I'll
your
make
list.
that motion.
I would
Do I have a
like
second?
to,
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.